Hi, I'm Dr. Marianne Pearson, and I'd like to welcome you to class. I know that all of you who are viewing this are in my class for E2 session for Online and Professional Studies Division. I'm posting this just as a general introduction. So if you have more than one class with me, you're seeing the same video that you saw in the other class. This is just as a way of saying hello and kind of providing an orientation to the next 8 weeks. Many of you have had me for classes before, so you have a feeling of how things work, and the others, you'll find that it's a very simple process, and actually I'm very easy to work with in an online setting, so I really enjoy working with my students in this way and using all of the different technology available for us. So with that in mind, class begins on Monday. I will actually be out of town. I'm going to the International Public Relations Society of America Conference in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Then, on the way home, well, actually halfway through the week, I'm going to the International Mentoring Conference in Albuquerque, New Mexico. These are the only conferences I have at all this term for the 16 weeks, fall, but they happen to fall the first week of class. But not to worry, I am available. I am always available by phone. Definitely, you can send me an email, which will instantly come to my phone. If you leave a voicemail here at my office, I'm at the Tyler Plaza office, that goes directly to my phone, and I will get back to you. Email's about the best way to reach me. The first week, you're going to be orientating yourself to the materials within the class, to Blackboard if this is new to you, and getting familiar with things. In many cases, I've asked the first week that you record a YouTube video. Not all the classes are that way, so do look in the week 1 folder and see what is required for the first week. Then you'll have a reading assignment. My advice in general is to begin the reading assignments the week before or the weekend before class starts, because that way you start the week running. Then I often post materials in the weekly folders that enhance what the learning is for that week. All work for each week is due by Sunday midnight, unless otherwise stated, but normally it's Sunday midnight. So I would like you to focus your scheduling skills on kind of budgeting that work out through the week so you can finish it by Sunday midnight. If you have a dire emergency come up, I am reasonable and I will work with you. Many of my syllabi say no late work accepted, but if you speak to me about it, and I do indicate that in the syllabus as well, if you speak to me about it ahead and let me know what's going on, definitely I'll work with you. I actually went through all of my education, completion of the master's, I should say, and the doctorate and administrative credential. All of that was done while raising a family, so I understand things come up. The best thing is to stay current so that if they do come up, you just have a little bit of work to manage through the crisis. So my advice is to really budget your time well and stay current. Each week, I'll either come to you by video or with a note from me posted in the weekly folder. The main areas of Blackboard you'll be going to would be the learning activities. So you're going to be going to week 1 during week 1 and 2 and so on. Normally I open all the weeks though, so if you want to look ahead you can, but the issue is that sometimes I will need to change things slightly for pacing, so there might be slight modifications. So good to check with me if you want to work too far ahead. Also, I know that the older model of education is print out the syllabus and follow that like gospel. Well, the syllabus is important, but the most current information is in the weekly folders. So always go into learning activities in Blackboard, into the weekly folders, and begin working through the items that are there. Should you have any questions this first week, do send me an email. And I do always like to let my students know that I consider myself a prayer warrior. If you have any prayer request, please do contact me by email, by phone. I'll be happy to pray for you. Also, as far as faith integration, there'll be a thread of faith running through the courses because we are here at California Baptist University, so that just is kind of a natural. But I believe really in the field of communication, it's very important to communicate effectively, to serve the Lord in a way where you can talk about your faith and talk about experiences you may have. And so I think that in communications and public relations, writing and journalism, all of those fields, it just enhances your abilities as a Christian to share your faith with others. And for anyone who is not a Christian, I totally understand that not everyone at the school is Christian. Then any any assignments that require something like a scripture, you could rather put in a inspirational quote or something that helps you to live in a way that is better. So anyway, I'll be leaving on Saturday. Class begins Monday. As I said, I will be available, and should you need anything, send me an email. I'll get into a content-based lecture during week 2. So the Monday of week 2, you'll have some information that's on the specific content. But the content is there, you're reading and getting familiar, and you have some assignments for the first week that you should be able to do based on the reading. Now, if any of you are waiting for delivery of a book, send me an email. I'll work with you on that. What I encourage in that setting is that you do what you can do for the week, and then the rest do, as your book comes in. So that's it for today, and I look forward to having you in class for the next 8 weeks. God bless you, and I'll be talking to you again soon.